Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's the Sober Investor. So this video is actually going to go over what I kind of look at when I'm looking at a property when I want to turn it into a sober living. This property in particular is slap dab right in the middle of my buy box, my where I look at, and it's going to be Central Phoenix. I like to look between Bell and Thomas, and then the 101 and the 51. I kind of like that area personally because as you know, I'm in AA. I go to AA meetings 2 to 3 a week, and the meetings that I go to and the people who I help are actually in this area, and it's a strong recovery area. So like I said, this house is slap dab in the middle, and what I look for again is 4 bedrooms and up. This one's a 3-bedroom with the potential of 4, but you want to kind of look at the neighborhood. Is the neighborhood taken care of? Is it somewhere where I want to live? I don't put anybody in a house or a neighborhood where I don't want to live in particular, or a house that I wouldn't live in. All of the houses that we get are completely remodeled, beautiful homes. This is actually the before the remodel, and I think the remodel is going to be happening in a week. This is actually in a cul-de-sac, nice little closed off neighborhood. You want to be close to bus lines. We're 1 street up from Bethany Home. So there's a major bus line, there's a major grocery store, gas station. A lot of these guys that come into these houses, they don't have transportation, they don't have jobs, they have to walk to places or ride their bikes. So you want to be close to a bus line, and you want to be close to a store so they can get the necessities that they need. So so far so good. Great area right off the bus line, and it looks like we're in a great neighborhood. I do like to stay away from HOAs a lot of times, just because the associations kind of like knocking on your door and nitpicking you. But we do have them in HOAs because we checked with the CCNRs to make sure this particular one is not in the HOA, but the neighborhoods look nice. And let's see what the house looks like. All right, y'all. So now we're on the inside of this property. And like I said, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with the potential of 4. So in my mind, immediately, if we can make this a 4-bedroom, one of my managers always lives on site. So I give a room to my manager. So that leaves me with 3 bedrooms. So potentially, comfortably, I would like to put anywhere from 6 to 7 people into this property, depending on how big the rooms are. I haven't went back there yet to see how much room there is back there, but that's what I look for. So if I have 6 to 7 clients here, or people living here in a sober living, and a manager, that is 8 people. So with 8 people, 1 refrigerator is not going to be enough. So we need to make sure there's enough room somewhere to put 1 or 2 more refrigerators, and make sure there's enough common area for people to gather, to have dinner as a family, or to be able to watch TV in the living room. You want enough couch space, enough sitting space for everybody in the house. You don't want to exclude anybody. If you don't have enough seating, you might be excluding somebody. I don't like these guys to stay in their room per se. If this is a step down house and they're almost on their way to moving to their own home, then I will allow them to have a TV in their room, and a lot of times they kind of recluse to their room. But this house is probably going to be used for guys getting fresh out of rehab, so I don't like them to stay in their room. I want them to come out. I want them to congregate with everybody within the home. So as you see, we have enough space here for a nice dining table to fit everybody. And then we have a living room. And what I'm thinking is you can have a big L shape here, TV here, and have enough people, maybe even a U shape, so we have a little bit more seating, and it'll be enough seating for everybody in this room. All right, y'all, we're standing in the potential 4th bedroom, and it is a little den area. It looks like it might have even been built on. There's 2 doors to the exit to the outside of this. If these guys are new in sobriety, I don't necessarily like them having doors in the room where they have in and out access, but if it's a step down house, that's fine with me. There is actually another exit out through the back, and we'll show you that a little bit later. So I don't want to block off with a room and added on room the only exit to the backyard, because you're going to have people having to walk through this room to get to the outside, but there is another side door. So what I'm thinking with this, if we put up a wall and a door right here and knock down this beautiful, beautiful built-in, old school built-in, if we go ahead and demo this out and put in a closet, we can put it in a closet, put up a wall and a door, and this would be perfect for the manager, because the manager will have the only one that has direct access to the outside. So I love this room for a manager. And then we have laundry room that has another exit out to the back, and I can show you that over here. All right, we're in that room that I was talking about, the washer and dryer. It's a nice sized room, and this is where we can put those other refrigerators I was talking about. So this has enough room for 2 refrigerators, washer and dryer, perfect amount of space for 8 guys. And if we do that add-on in the other room, that other exit to outside is going to be right here. So this one is so far so good as far as layout. All right, y'all, so we are in the master bedroom. A lot of times the master bedroom is going to be the starting off point for some of these houses. So I really don't like using bunk beds, but in some houses you have to use bunk beds. So bunk beds are cheaper price per week. So in this room, I'm thinking a bunk bed and a normal bed. And the guys that are coming, a lot of guys come in, promise to pay, and it sounds exactly what it is people promising to pay you. Me, I have a huge heart to help everybody out there. So I get a phone call from a guy saying, I don't have a job, I don't have any money. Is there anything out there for me? If I have a bed available in one of my promise to pay rooms, a bed available, I will give it to that individual, and in hopes that he finds a job, and I will also help and aid and help him find a job. So help him find a job, get a job, secure a job, start working, and then start catching up on some of the rent that he owes. And to some of you out there, that sounds crazy. For me, I'm in this business to help people succeed and get better from their addiction and get acclimate back into life. And you'd be surprised, around, it's not a good number, but around 60 to 70% of those promise to pay guys actually catch up on the rent and do good and move on. So in this room, again, it's going to be the 2-bed, 1-bath, and per Phoenix regulation, you have to have enough bathrooms for 5 people to a bathroom. So if there's only 8 guys here, we have 2 bathrooms. That will work, but 5 guys will have to go, we'll split it up. So 3 guys in here and then 4 into the other bedroom. All right, guys, we're in the backyard. So this backyard is not my ideal backyard, but it is a backyard that will work. There's an area outside in the patio and over here for a smoking area. A lot of us sober people have to have a smoking area, have to have a grilling area to go grill. And a lot of times I like putting weight benches out here for the guys to go ahead and get their workout on. The only thing that I really don't like about the backyard, that it's backed up to an apartment complex. And if you grew up on the west side, in this area, you know what happens in apartment complexes. There's just extra riffraff, extra people, and extra problems a lot of the times. But again, it's not a deal breaker, but it is there. But again, if my guys are wanting to mess up in their sobriety, they're going to find a way to do so. So it's not a deal breaker, but it is there. But everything else, I know Mr. Zach Fincher is going to make this backyard look very beautiful, and I can't wait to see what he does with it.